Oh, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the radar with me, Ray, and it is October 5th. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about what's going on in the Gulf. I wish I would have posted videos about this sooner, but I've been having to deal with some stuff offline and finalize some new hurricane prep because we may have something coming in the next 24 to 76 hours. I don't know how to put a sugar coat on this, everyone. Gulf Coast, we're back in the line of fire again, especially those on the west coast of Florida. That's looking to be the most likely landfall area. But I got a nice little handy dashboard that'll show a lot of basic information. This is built for ham radio, but it still shows a lot of information that is relevant in a situation where you might need to know what's going on with weather. So you got the Gulf radar over here on the far left of the screen to my right. And you can see this little area of flare-up that is popping up in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. That is the area we are going to be talking about most today. And or the area that or in the local satellite label here, you can see they have this really fast-moving jet of clouds here. That will be important to talk about, too, for how this is going to play out in respect to Florida. That is a frontal boundary that is pushing southward. We're going to bring some cooler temperatures behind it, but we have to get past this hurricane first for it to see any tangible benefit from this. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about what the National Hurricane Center is saying about this little development region here in the southwestern Gulf. Alrighty, so here is the National Hurricane Center map. Behind me, we have Hurricane Leslie, recently upgraded. It's a Category 1 hurricane right now, but it will be developing and getting stronger. Hopefully, it will maintain fish storm status and not be a bother to anyone here in the States, Leeward Islands, or anywhere in the Caribbean, or even Bermuda or the Bahamas. I want you guys to stay safe too. So hopefully, this will be a fish storm. Kirk. It's a really strong hurricane. It is starting to weaken as it moves north of the Atlantic, but the most we'll probably see from this is an impact in Europe after it recurves and becomes post-tropical. Very gusty winds, probably a lot of rain accompanying this. So interest in Europe, keep an eye on where this is going to go because it will impact your plans, I am sure. So now, with that out of the way, because those are going to be fish storms, we're not going to spend any more time on those. We're going to be looking at this one here, like we talked about earlier, in the southwestern Gulf. Let's see, scroll down. The Gulf of Atlantic, Alpha Lima 92. Basically, they're expecting gradual development. If you want to read it, I'll leave it here on screen for you. Get a screenshot or visit the National Hurricane Center if you wish. But to sum this up, we will be seeing something out of this system regardless of its development, because the steering patterns have it taking it from here across the western coast of Florida. So anywhere from, at this point, Cedar Key to Fort Myers, probably the most likely zone for landfall, regardless of development. We're looking at probably a tropical storm, maybe a low-end hurricane. Not enough to cause widespread damage like Helene did, but enough that it will hamper recovery efforts and probably be a gigantic pain in the butt for you regardless of what it does. So, let me get one more tool up here so we can get a better look at this thing, so stand by. Alrighty, now we're back in the saddle, and I have Radar Omega up here, and as you can see, we have this very big area of convection in the southwestern Gulf. It's already looking like a tropical depression to me, but there are very exacting requirements in the National Hurricane Center to designate it a depression. So regardless of what they eventually call this thing, whether they give it the name of Milton or leave it as tropical depression and give it a number, don't pay any attention. Like, pay attention to it, but don't put that much stock in it. As you can see, this is going to be a lot of rain and a lot of wind regardless. And as you can see, there is a frontal boundary that is starting to kind of play with it, give it a little bit of outflow, let it exhaust or at the top, so it has a lot of recyclic energy to go work with. And that is pulling a lot of that outflow northward over northern Florida, so it's giving us a lot of cloud cover today. I don't mind the cooler temperatures, but Regardless, this thing will be going eastward. This is not the same setup as Helene. It is not a similar setup in any way. It is just going to be a lot of energy, and regardless of what it develops, Florida, you're going to see some rain, you're going to see some wind. So be prepared for power outages, not on the scale of Helene, thankfully, but are especially interested in Tampa, Northport, Cape Coral, and anywhere in that general area. You're going to see some storm surges. It's going to hamper recovery efforts after all that storm surge we just saw from Helene. So be aware of it, keep an eye on it, and adjust your plans accordingly. The weather forecasters are not seeing anything huge coming out of this, but be ready for it because anything can happen with these things. We saw it happen with Helene. We've seen it happen with Beryl. We've seen it happen with a lot of systems this year that have directly impacted us. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to see the Central American gyre kick rocks because it's causing us a lot of grief this year. And I'm ready for some calmer weather. I'm ready to start enjoying the Halloween season and the holidays. Don't know about you guys, but I'm really ready for it. So as soon as this gyre gets out of here, I will be jumping for joy. But until then, though, we gotta stay on our toes and be safe. And we see we're just starting to get recovered from Helene. Florida was ready for it. We deal with this stuff very regularly, as much as I hate to say it. But Western Carolinas, Tennessee, and the mountainous areas of the Appalachians, they don't deal with this. Like, there's not really a history of it. It's not a regular occurrence, and they are struggling up there. So help those guys or how you can. Whether it's donate a few bucks here and there, sending someone you know a meal, or if you have a way to contact someone there or pass messages from people that are in that area to the loved ones outside of the area, that would be a good way to help as well. So there are plenty of ways to help. It's just a question of which way is going to work best for you. So with that, though, I'm going to wrap this up here. Any questions, I'll do my best to answer them in the comments below. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just a weather enthusiast who wants to see people stay safe from these storms. So take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.